In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rich using Article 4. So Article 4 direction is something that the councils can bring in, and it stops you being able to turn houses into houses of multiple occupancy. In the early 2000s, this was happening all the time. People just buying up whole streets and renting them out. But instead of renting them out for £600 a month, they would rent them out for £400, £500 per month per room. So people like me, I bought 21A Maryvale Road, March 2009. It was just a 3-bed house, but then I turned the reception rooms into bedrooms and crammed in, 4 or 5 people and would rent them out and get really high rents. Now, you might say this is unethical, but actually, I think it's really ethical because you're bringing more accommodation onto the marketplace, providing affordable rents for people that are happy to share a kitchen. So I don't think it's unethical. What I think it is I think it's smart if you want to get rich. However, when councils started saying no more HMOs, bang, and slapping Article 4 into the different areas, what that meant was people would have to stop. And suddenly there's more demand than ever, but there's no more supply. However, if you have been running a HMO, predate Article 4, and then Article 4 comes in, you have something called grandfather rights. You can apply for a certificate of lawfulness because just because they brought in Article 4 saying you can't from now on turn a house into a HMO, as long as you can prove to the council that you've been doing it before Article 4 came in, now you have permission to continue doing it. So what does this mean? Well, what this meant for me is that all my HMOs in Birmingham, before Birmingham became Article 4, in Wolverhampton, in Liverpool, all these areas, now I've got HMOs, now my rents shoot up because there's no more people doing HMOs. It basically kills off all the competition. Not only do your rents go up, but also the value of the house goes up because now it's almost like a business in a box in a house with the relevant permissions from the authorities, which you can't do anymore. So it becomes like a limited edition house. So a lot of my HMOs predating Article 4 have doubled, in some areas have even tripled in value and doubled or tripled in rent. So actually Article 4 is a really good thing if you got in early enough. That being said, only about 10% of this country, of England, right now is Article 4, which means there's loads of areas that are not yet Article 4. So how do you get rich using Article 4? What you do is you buy properties in non-Article 4 areas, and then you wait for Article 4 to come in. And when it comes in, you can increase your rents because of the supply and demand. Your value of your house goes up, meaning you can refinance it. So what am I doing right now? Well, right now I'm buying properties in places like Walsall. You see, in Walsall, by the time you're watching this video even, it might be that Article 4 is already in Walsall. October 1st, 2025. Which means what? Which means that you can no longer buy houses in Walsall and rent them out as HMOs. Game over. Too late. You snooze, you lose. But my houses that I brought before Article 4 came in, I can rent them out as HMOs. I can get a certificate of lawfulness, meaning I've got no more competition, meaning my rents go up, my house price goes up. Now, here's the real secret. The real secret is if you go onto the council websites, you can search, for example, Walsall Article 4, and it will come up on the council website and it will tell you, number one, is there any Article 4 already in Walsall? Maybe there is, but maybe there's just a little bit. Or maybe it's coming, in which case it will tell you Article 4 is coming in on the 1st of October. So the key is to go on the different council websites near where you live and to find the little towns, the little villages where HMOs would work. There's a demand. You can go on spareroom.co.uk and you can see that there's hundreds of people looking for rooms where Article 4 is coming. And buy in those areas now. And then rent them out, make a nice return, and wait for Article 4 to come in. Now, It takes a lot of time to go on the different council websites because they're all a little bit different. So you might have to spend a bit of time doing this. Me and my team have spent tens of hours creating a map. And this map is an Article 4 map of the whole country. And it shows where the Article 4 currently is and where it's not. And even with a different shade of pen, where Article 4 is coming very soon. Now, this map is something historically that I've only ever been sharing with my advanced students, but I decided, what the heck, I appreciate my YouTube subscribers and all of my followers so much, I'm gonna make this map, this Article 4 map, publicly available for you to download completely for free. So I'm gonna put a link in the description. If you wanna get hold of it, print it off, sleep with it under your pillow, and get rich using Article 4. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get your download now. And thank you so much for being a subscriber. I look forward to seeing you when you're rich using Article 4.